Hey everybody, how is it going? My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence, and today I'm coming at you with an Elder Scrolls Online beta video where I'm going to do character customization for the first beta period that I'm able to showcase to you guys. I've actually been in the beta since November 2013, but I figured I'd go ahead and make a new character and kind of see how things are running because it hasn't been too smooth until lately, or until I guess this beta. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through a Khajiit character customization in this video, and that's the plan. So let's go ahead and do it. So we have Khajiit here. We are the Altmary Dominion. Male and female are both here. Both look pretty good as well. The one thing I like is you can actually preview the gear here. So you have novice gear and then the veteran gear as well, which I think is pretty neat. And then the no gear too. So the veteran gear looks awesome. I love the Khajiit's gear too. It's some of the coolest looking gear I think that's actually out there in the game. But let's go ahead. We're going to do a male Khajiit. Character name will be Avialence, of course. And we're going to go in here with the class. So you have Dragon Knight, the Sorcerer, and then of course the Nightblade and Templar. I am personally a fan of the Nightblade because that is my playstyle. I'm a stealth archer, so we are going to go with Nightblade. We'll go ahead and have the novice gear there on the Khajiit. And then, let's see here, we're going to go down to the body. So here you can adjust things, and I like how they have the lock and unlock here. You have skin color mainly, which is right in here. We have some of the lighter, darker colors of the Khajiit. I'm actually a fan of going with a lighter tan color and then throwing some body markings on there, so that's probably what we're going to do here. I'm not running this on max settings either, by the way, guys. This is about medium settings, so normal quality, so to speak, what most PCs are actually going to be running it at. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to make him a little taller. We have a tall Khajiit here, and muscular and thin. We do want to make him very muscular, but not large. See, you have the adjuster, so that's like the kind of drastic maximum large, maximum thin, maximum muscular. We're going to go ahead and do a little sweet spot in between the two. I actually like how they had the slider set before. So we'll go ahead and lock that. We'll lock our height where it is. Skinny color we'll mess around with here. We have some body markings that we can throw in on here. So it's interesting how they used to actually change the skin color of the Khajiit. I'm assuming this is just how it goes, so to speak. But let's see here. The customization actually isn't half bad compared to what you'd see in a traditional Elder Scrolls game. Now, you guys know if you've been on my stream or anything, I'm not too big of a fan of ESO so far. As a big Elder Scrolls fan myself, I would much prefer to play Skyrim over this because I think it's a single world experience. But you know, we'll talk more about that in my first impressions piece. So actually go ahead with this skin here. I want to go ahead and adjust the color to a tan. So we can do like a darker tan. And what other body markings do we have? I'm personally a fan of stripes on the Khajiit. The stripes always have made me a happy camper, so we'll go with that right there. I do actually like that. I wish we could change, again, the body marking color, but it's very unfortunate that we can't, actually. So we'll go ahead and do that for now. Lock the skin and the body marking there. So we have the torso size here, which just increases your torso size, of course. I'm indifferent. I typically keep this pretty low because I am a thief, so we'll lock that there. You have the chest size as well, which basically increases your nipple/boob bulge, to be pretty blunt on that end. We'll go ahead and make him have a little bit of a larger chest so it fits the muscles. I'm going to make sure that looks okay with the no gear. Yeah, that looks okay. Head's a bit small, but we'll see if we can adjust that down here. You have the gut size, which again is your stomach size down here. So we can give him a beer belly. Or a not so beer belly. Go ahead and even it out about there, about right where they had it. Then we have the waist size, how large the waist is. We're gonna make that a little bit bigger here than normal. You have the arm size as well, which is essentially how large the arms are. Again, we're gonna make it a little bit bigger for the character, and then of course your hand size too. So increase the size of the hands. We're going to go ahead and make that a little bigger as well. So that's pretty much it for the upper body, straight up. There's not much to it, right? I mean, the sliders are literally just sliders, and that's how it kind of affects the thing. There's not as drastic of a difference with the character customization here, unfortunately, that you'd see in Skyrim and or Oblivion. So we got the hip size here. We'll go ahead and, again, make it a little larger than normal to match the character's height. Posterior dimension, I love that name, but it's essentially your ass size. I just call it ass size. We'll leave our posterior dimension as is. Leg size again is how large your legs are. So we'll go ahead and increase that a little bit to match the arms, and then foot size as well, how large your feet are. So you got that. That's kind of the walkthrough, the basics there. Then you also have your face, so you do have face customization. The three here that are in the triangle are soft, angular, and heroic. So we've got some angular and some soft, very shad kitty. We're going to go with a little heroic, angular. Actually, you know what? I think I might go more heroic. Some heroic, soft perhaps. Now again, this is where I kind of wish there was a little more to it, but let's go ahead and... So you've got some of the voices here. You pick a voice for your character. That sounds a little much. Again, some of these just a little awkward. You get the idea. That's technically your voice. We're actually gonna go with H. I think was my favorite one. Yeah, we're gonna go with H, or was it G? Yeah, we're just going with A. I'm okay with that. Then you have your hairstyle, which for the Khajiit, you know, I hope they have my favorite one from Skyrim, although I don't think they do here. I like the ear hair that peeks out, you know, so you look kind of like a rogue. Got the mohawk there. Let's go ahead and turn them around so you guys can see this. I like how they have more of the beaded hair in here as well. A lot of dread stuff, though. A lot of beads, too. Again, my personal favorite is where you have the tips of your ears haired over, but it doesn't look like we have that in the Elder Scrolls Online, which that's quite disappointing, I'm not going to lie. Let's see if we can just pick a bit of hair that I can go with here. A lot of dreads. I don't know how I feel about all the dreads. What do we have there? See, that's a dreadlock. I don't want a dreadlock. Mane. I'm really disappointed that I don't have ears. Ear hair. That was like what I always did with the Khajiit, but I guess that's just not there anymore. That's slightly disappointing to me. ESO, you're killing me. You're killing me. This is actually my first time making a Khajiit character as well, which is why I keep bringing all this stuff up. I've done a Breton before, and that's what I played in my past expansion, but I wanted to try a new starting zone this time. Not too big of a fan on these hairstyles. We'll go with that for now, I suppose. Just to have a longer hairstyle with some darker hair. Yeah, that works. Okay, so you have hair color, obviously, which, I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to click through all the hair colors. We do have the hair color in there. So we'll go with something like that. Then you also have your features here. So you have your age. You can make your character look older. It's just basically add wrinkles to the face, which isn't something I typically do. I'm a younger kid, and I always prefer my characters to be that. You have the adornments as well, which are basically, again, your whiskers, your beard. So you can mess with those too. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a chin strap here. You do have, I like how they have some jewelry in here as well. That's actually really nice. Because in a lot of the games, Khajiit didn't have a lot of jewelry. And these adornments also are followed by facial scars and facial markings. I can have an eye patch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can have an eye patch. I'm pretty sure that just became my new favorite thing. Let's go ahead and click through the first adornments, though. I'd love to get an eye patch with it. Okay, so there we go. There's the ear hair extension, so to speak. We may actually go with those or the eye patch. I wish I could kind of do both. That's just me, though. Because that eye patch is pretty bitchin'. I can see that eye patch getting annoying, though, so we're actually going to do the ear hair adornments. Let's go ahead and hop in here. So on the head markings, you guys can see we have some of the scars there. These scars vary from, you know, eye to eye, so to speak. So you have one on your eye, one over there, on your cheek. And they also have some additional, like, patterns on your nose and stuff of that nature. Or some scars on your nose. And then, of course, the face paint is also in here. So the face paint is there, which we're so used to in Skyrim thanks to all the wonderful face painting. So let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to put some scars on the nose. We'll lock these because I do like that adornment that I have going on there. The black matches perfectly with the ears. So moving on, you have your face, your forehead slope, cheekbone size, things of that nature. What we're really going to mess with here is probably our chin size. We're going to reduce that a bit and reduce our chin height as well. We are a thief here. You can increase and decrease your neck size too. Pretty self-explanatory, you know, just whatever you want to do. We'll keep ours kind of as is. And then jaw size, same difference. Make yourself super puffy like a blowfish, or, you know, a little lower. So we're going to go ahead and keep that about there. We'll go ahead and save that. Cheekbone height, cheekbone size, and forehead slope as well. You know what? Let's actually see if we can tone up the forehead slope. No. We're going to tone it down a bit. There we go. I'm okay with that. Chin height, neck size. Okay, eye color. This is pretty self-explanatory. You have white, you know, black, blue. I always typically have blue eyes with my Khajiit because it just matches the color palette I choose. So do that. Again, you have eye size. You can increase how big your eyes are. We'll make mine a little bigger there. And then you have the eye angle. So you can arch them up or arch them down. We'll mess with that a tad bit. Your eye separation as well, how separated your eyes are. Nothing too crazy. I mean, these are the typical things you'd expect in the Elder Scrolls Online character customization. And for the record, I mean, this character customization is quite amazing. Eye height on your character. We'll actually keep that a little higher. And then, of course, your eye squint. Really open, really squinty. I prefer a little bit of in-between. And when I say in-between, I mean actually in-between, not all the way over, because that's terrible. We'll go ahead and do that. So moving on, you have your brow here. Brow height. Again, nothing I really changed with that. Your brow skew. How big the brows are, essentially. And then, of course, your eyebrow depth, which we're going to look at the side here. I'm indifferent about that, too. So you have that. Your nose is next. So you have your nose shape, which is basically larger or smaller. We are going to go with a smaller nose because, again, we're a thief. I do dig that. Nose height, you know, how tiny it is. Again, with the Khajiit, it's very limited, so to speak, but we're going with that. Nose width, how wide your nose is, right? We're going to go ahead and actually make it a little smaller. And then nose length, how long the nose is, which on the Khajiit, it doesn't really influence it too much. Actually, it kind of does. A lot more than in Skyrim and Oblivion. So we've got that. With your mouth, again, same thing. Mouth height, how high the mouth is, how low it droops. We'll keep that about where it was. The mouth curve gives you a smile or a terrible, terrible grin. I kind of do the in-between, so to speak, so we'll leave that there. And then the lip fullness, how big your lips are. So we'll actually tune that down a little bit and then lock that there. Ears, of course. Khajiit, big things. Ear size, it's tiny. I'm going to make these ears much larger because I am going to be a thief here. So we'll tone them down a bit, but I do want them larger. The ear rotation is the angle at which your ears are, right? Front or back. We're going to actually cuff them over a little bit there and lock that right there. And then you have your ear height, how high on the head your ears are. And we're going to keep that as high as they were before. And the ear tip flare. So where they angle in or out. And again, we'll have this kind of in the middle. So that kind of overshows you, gives you a little overview of the entire character customization for the Khajiit, which are in the Altmeri Dominion. Unfortunately, I wish they were in a different one, so to speak. But we're going to go ahead and go with that. And then again, you can preview your gear, your veteran, and your novice gear. So there you guys go. I know it was a little bit of a longer character customization video. I'll probably be doing a few more of these over the period of the Elder Scrolls Beta this weekend, just to give you guys kind of a preview of how things are going. But this is the Khajiit Nightblade that I'm going to be playing with in the beta. Hope you guys enjoyed this character customization video. And if you did, feel free to leave a like, a comment, telling me what you feel about or I guess how you feel about the Elder Scrolls character customization, of course. And feel free to subscribe for more ESO content and plenty of other stuff coming at you later this year. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And until next time, my name's Avialence. I'll talk to you in the flip side.